Hello, everyone. It's JoJo again. We are on Housemates Salone, season 4. This is day 4. Okay, please allow me make a laugh. A big. So, I actually want to talk about the. I wouldn't call it a fight. It's just an argument. I feel like, especially Swadu, she's trying to create drama for us. Okay, apparently this whole thing starts with Swadu and Janet. Swadu be the get ready, then at the dresser room, they doing hair and stuff like that. And then she was like, "Oh, this hair is original. The hair is authentic. It's not like it's not synthetic and blah blah blah." And then Patricia Badu, Patricia was like, "So, Uda you dey talk, but now still get So they said, "What are they talking about saying synthetic hair?" So by the time you know it, Janet already responded. Janet responded that, "Oh, I'm not false. I'm not fake. I'm not like the false person, the fake person. I'm me not a fake person. Me not so." Then do that argument first. Okay, first of all, yesterday, which was day number 3, I know Swadu because Janet said Janet ugly, Janet wawa. So Janet was like, "Oh me, I not fake. Better like with me wawa, to be ugly. I not fake." But Swadu don't cause Janet say Janet get fake boho braids wig na her head. So then come out from the dressing room, I go to the actually the living space, kitchen and living room and all of that. But um Swadu begin tell us say, aside from him man business, what else when I get on when I talk? So Swadu was like, Janet took money from a blind guy, had the guy rented an apartment for her to help him, and she refused. And Janet wanted to talk about being an advocate. Like, to be honest, Swadu the enter Janet's baby. Janet was like, "Oh, now because I don't get, I make a canaya." Swadu tell her and say, "You come out America, you don't look like you come out America, you look like you come out first we come out Watalo. What to do them people who come out Watalo, Swadu? Like we get personal beef now. Waiting to the people who come out Watalo. You know, some if create family they both still dey Watalo. So it say, "Oh, you look at them people who come out Watalo, you know look like you come out America. And only clothes the way they wear, they're from Target." Oh, Janet, Janet, they didn't even give you Shein, they gave you Target. Tells me like, so I do not really understand, the expenses, the amounts that Target costs. Target is not as cheap as you think though. But it's all because the way Janet, they're from Target, and then it what does she say to her? But she was more emphasizing on the blind guy actually. I don't know that story, but now so how do they make a one for go actually find out what was it? Say Janet take money now and blind money and for help the blind man and help the blind man. Yeah, something like that. And going on and they party fetu. I chief say, "Chief, housemates speak English." Ah, English day. As what? I'm on. So I begin talk the English when I go back to Creole. Now I go tell what's her name? Sia Savage. Say now you don't left. You see how they deal with your company. I don't understand how Swad will go to the diary room and say Sia Savage is boastful of being rude, which she doesn't admire her. But right now Sia Savage Swad is being boastful of being rude. Actually, Swad, you're being boastful of rudeness. You total I ate. You carry am. So it tells Sia Savage now Sia Savage don't left, and it tells Sia Savage can't find the camp for Sia Savage. Oh, Sia Savage don't left, and yeah, Sia Savage was like, "Me." Sia Savage self begin answer her now. It tells Sia Savage say, "Okay, Swadu, you don't have to tell. I don't know what's the trauma. I don't know if there's an insecurity with Swadu and picking business, but she's quick. Like today, she's the first one to tell Sia Savage that, oh, you are not in your child's life. Um, you picking the suffer because you know like stuff like that. I don't feel like you should be involving a child. You and Sia Savage not to meet, neither one not meet up a man. Saying stuff like that to someone, that's really, it don't make sense for me. But that was what she was abusing Sia Savage for. And Sia Savage tell and say, Sia Savage said, Swag is a Scarlet babe. Scarlet's not a club in Sierra Leone, so she's one of the babes at Scarlet. And then she talked about how Swadu dated her husband's friend, but her ex-husband. No, it's still her husband, and her husband friend. And Swadu was like, where are your facts? Swadu said, well, I'm not like you. I go to school. She went and took her stole and put it on and say, do you have one of these? And Sia Savage was really triggered. She was like, I don't have one of it, but I was left to take care of myself since JSS1. JSS1 is like um JSS1 is like grade 7 here. I was left to take care of myself since JSS1, and I've been doing it by myself. And Swadu was telling her that, and Sia Savage says Swadu is a scarlet babe. She's a prostitute, and Swadu was like, "Well, you are my boss. If you are calling me a prostitute, I don't know what I should call you, but definitely you are my boss at this point." So they did all of that. Chief was going back and forth and saying, "Housemates, English," but Swadu was going in and out. Swadu, for you that is boasting on Sia Savage that you are a college graduate, you shouldn't be speaking. You shouldn't be allowing Chief to call your name and giving you warning to speak English, because at some point Chief had to call her name for her to speak English. Okay, and then Sia Savage was like, she really got triggered at some point. She was like, "Oh, I started taking care of myself since Genesis one. So you cannot say nothing to me. I've been doing it and I'm still doing it, you know." And life is hard at some point in time in life. But I just feel like Swadu really did an investigation on other housemates before coming to the house. So she will create a scene to tell them about themselves. I am just it makes sense why during the campaign of this housemate she was quiet, because she didn't want anybody to know about her to use it against her, because this was her plan. So that was her plan. I think Sia Savage even mentioned about the DNA test that was requested for Swati to do on her child. Swati was like, "You expect me to come give it to you? You are not my mother," which I respect. Yeah, she doesn't have to do a DNA test and post it on the media for what? And this is the thing that we've been saying. You post everything on the media, people know everything about you. What you don't bring to the media, we're not saying people don't know it about you, but like the bulk of people that shouldn't be knowing about you, they're going to be knowing about you. So Swati is really smart. She came in with her, for me, I feel like the strategy she came in with was use what you know against someone to get them triggered, to see their reaction and stuff like that. And she's been doing it. But I'm just saying, like, she just needs to take it, one by one, because the way she portrayed herself as um, she's a, slay queen, in sense she doesn't quarrel. She's this she The way she's behaving, she put herself on this high pedestal. For her to go into the diary room and call Sia Savage that she's boasting with rudeness or boasting with quarrels, and then she's doing the same thing right now, that's double standards on Swadu's part. um what's this girl name? Is it Molo? Is it her name? I don't know if that's her name. She was trying to get highlights on the fight too. She was trying to say, I know she probably talking about Aminish, that Aminish was trying to tell her that something. I really didn't get part of it, but Molu, just, I don't know if her name is Molu, if that's how it's pronounced. Wait, wait, wait after these people finish their own, and then you can start your own, and then we can listen and understand. But so far, I was not understanding what she was saying, but she was trying to say something on that. And what's what's her name? Swadu did apologize today to Ashke. So back to the video that I made. I'm not saying don't use what you know about people, but when somebody loses a child, when they lost a child, that hits differently. And I'm still saying it. You and Buya might make up, but that woman might never she will never, not even might, she will never make up with a child anymore, because except she dies, whenever she dies. But in the land of the living, she will never make up with her child. So she did apologize to her today. Swadu Chris. Swadu is a crazy girl. She did apologize, and then she started faking a cry and acting as if she's a younger girl, begging her mom, begging the person to forgive her. But at the end of the day, they sorted out. Everything was sorted out. So this is just one of the things that happened today. I think I have one or two more videos, but it depends. If it's not going to be so long, I'll make it one video. But if it's more than 10 minutes, I'm going to just, try to make it two, okay? Or if it's more than 15 minutes, I'm going to try to make it two videos. They do have a tax today. Chief already called them for the tax. They're speaking today on Kush, actually on Kush campaign. So they will be splitting into groups and doing a skit for Kush campaign. So I'll make a video about that, because Kush, has been something in our country that is destroying the lives of youth and the new generation coming up. So yes, I will make a video on it, just to assess what they did, and give you guys the tea about how the um how the skits went. But other than that, we're fine for now. They are rehearsing. If anything comes up, of course, like I said, I still have videos to make for you guys. But on our old body with this one, okay? On our old body with this one, all right?